Are you looking to transform your interior? Well, these seat covers can do just that, as they've worked absolute wonders to make your interior pop and stand out from the rest. But what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages, and how have these seat covers held up over the last year of ownership? First, let's jump into the advantages. One of the biggest advantages of owning seat covers like this is it's going to preserve the seats that are underneath the covers. It's going to make them last longer, and then when it comes time to sell, if you want to remove the seat covers, it's going to look like a brand new interior. Another big advantage when it comes to these seat covers is they are a much lower price point. If you're going to get stock leather interior, you're looking at $5,000 to $10,000 more. Yes, these don't come with the air conditioned seats or the heated seats, but they have a much lower price point. Another big advantage to having these seat covers is going to be the ability to clean them. I think that's the reason why most people go to leather seats. So it's just going to be way easier to just spray on, wipe it clean. Rather than those cloth seats, you're actually going to need some sort of carpet cleaner to actually get into the fibers. This will just wipe right off. Another big advantage to these seat covers is they come with pockets in the back. My seats never came with pockets in the back, so that was a huge benefit to actually have these pockets for extra storage in the vehicle. Another huge advantage of these seat covers, and I think that's kind of the main one, is the look is fantastic. They really make your interior pop. It stands out from the rest of the interiors, as you're not going to have these with any sort of stock vehicle. And they look completely stock, so for someone that doesn't have a keen eye or knows what kind of interiors come with these vehicles, they would have no idea that these are seat covers. But there are some disadvantages when it comes to these seat covers that people should be aware of. One of the main disadvantages that I notice regularly is getting into these seats in the wintertime. They are extremely cold, and then getting into the seats in the summertime, they're extremely hot. They're almost to the point where they're burning my legs in the summertime. If I don't open the windows up or turn the AC on, kind of cool them off a little bit, they are extremely warm. And especially in the wintertime, when you do get in, it's -30, -40 out. They are extremely cold and they are a little bit stiff. And it would be nice to have those heated seats or those vented seats to actually cool them off or warm them up when you need to. But I don't notice this issue in the fall or the spring. They're perfectly fine. You get in and you're very comfortable. One thing I said from the get-go of owning these seats is I was never super happy with how the underside looks. I think it looks really cheap, and they didn't fold over properly. But I mean, they stay on, and the amount of times that I actually flip the seat up to look at that, it's pretty minor. One thing that is annoying though, is I am able to get this seat to stay up most of the time, but that other seat, it doesn't want to stay in the up position, and I kind of have to fight it just because there's a little bit of extra seat there that it has to work against, and it's not super compatible with that. So as I mentioned, I have owned these seats for over a year now, but they are dethreading in a couple of different spots. At the big scheme of things, it seems pretty minor to me. I would expect that to happen, and they've gotten quite a bit of use over the last year, so I'm still pretty happy with the overall look. I could just cut this off and then burn the end of it, and I probably wouldn't have any more issues. And for the last disadvantage, the driver's seat obviously gets the most use, is a little bit loose now. You can see that it does push against, and there is like a little bit of wiggle room on it. It's not super tight here anymore. I have come in here wet quite a bit. You know, I go jump in the lake or whatever, and then I come in and sit on the seat. Obviously, this is that faux leather, so it's not going to have the same issues that regular leather would, but I'm expected to see a little bit of warping, but it has come up slightly. So after a year of owning these seat covers, I am a huge fan of them. I really like them. If I were to buy a new vehicle tomorrow, what I would be doing is I would be buying the cloth interior seats, and then I would be going ahead and purchasing these seat covers and putting them over top. Ideally, I would have heated seats, and that would warm these seats for the winter time, because I like to stay warm in the winter, but you're not going to get those vented seats, and I don't mind living with those hot seats in the summertime. The price point is too good for these. I mean, mind you, they are still pretty expensive, around $700 US, but they are going to be a heck of a lot cheaper than buying $10,000 or $5,000 stock leather interior. And frankly, these look stock, and you wouldn't know the difference unless you have a close look at them. If you guys are interested in getting these seat covers, go ahead and check out the link in the description below. They're done by Kustom Interiors, and a big shout out to them for sending me these seat covers. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these seat covers, and if you have them already, I would love to know your perspective on how they're holding up and what you like and don't like about them. If you guys haven't already, consider subscribing. Until next time, guys, take care.